All right, Jace Koelzer,
Yep.
Northern Colorado Bear, 125 pounder, returning qualifier,
yeah,
right?
returning qualifier.
So you qualified last year.
Yep.
I'm gonna go straight to that.
Okay.
What's it like to be a Division One qualifier for the big dance?
I mean, it's different. It's a different ball game for sure. It's a different beast. Since I was a kid, I've always kind of known that I should be there. To me, it's not like this huge accomplishment. Obviously, it's a lot bigger once you're there. It's a lot more emphasis on it. So it's definitely not something to hang your head on at all. But it's definitely not what I'm shooting for either. So again, it was my first trip in general. I've never even went to watch or spectate or anything like that. So kind of being in that environment was a whole different ball game for me. I mean, it's the most, the pinnacle of college or of wrestling in the United States, besides kind of trials and stuff like that. So being there was definitely just a different beast, but it's definitely somewhere I want to be again, and kind of wrestling into day 3. So yeah, for sure.
Well, I mean, so many on this side of the camera can't even say we've been there, except for maybe in press row. But other than that, I mean, being down on the mat's got to be cool. You wrestled in Kansas.
Yes. Yep.
So states at Kansas, how does that compare to NCAA's?
Oh, not even close. It's just way different. So yeah, not even. Can't even make a comparison really at all. So
okay, what year are you?
5th year.
Fifth year.
First grad.
So you've gone through the gamut of classes here in Northern Colorado. Talk to us about what academia is like here. How tough are the classes? Are they small class sizes? Is it easy? What do you got?
Honestly, I think it's what you make it. If you come here to really try and advance your education, then you'll get that. You'll get what you put into it. Your professors are there to help you. If you build those connections, you can kind of get by. Not really putting a whole lot of effort into it, but you can really get a lot out of it if you put into it. Professors really aren't going to help you out if you're not actually kind of present and really paying attention to their class. Like just like wrestling is for us, like those subjects are their passions. So when you kind of go to class, slack off, you can just kind of get by with B, C, whatever. But if you really want to push yourself and get something out of college, which everybody should, you can get a lot out of it. I can say that for sure. I just graduated my undergrad in May, and from the time I got here to then, my knowledge had grown exponentially. So, and classes aren't even really that small. You can have a class of kind of 20 to 40 every once in a while, but then you got those big lecture halls. I've had people, at least I've had 100 people in my lectures before. So, but it kind of just depends on what you're going for. You can kind of pick and choose if you want a smaller class or a bigger class. It all kind of just depends on your degree. But
so looking back now, you're now a leader in the program. You can think back to those days when you were a freshman in the program, and you got a young team. So what role do you bring to the mat, and how are you nurturing some of these younger wrestlers that are coming in here?
Really, it's just experience. They kind of ask me, what are we going to expect? What are we going to expect? But honestly, we're constantly changing, constantly evolving our tactics and how we approach training, how we approach conditioning, just how we approach every aspect of our lives, really. From when I got here to now, we're still changing, and nothing's always the same, really. But I definitely think I offer experience, I offer wisdom, and just, I can kind of help them navigate how to get through such a challenging schedule. Sometimes all these freshmen want to make an impact right away, and you got to make sure the college life isn't grinding them down first before they can really do anything out on the mat. So I think I had to really take my lumps coming in. We didn't really have that older class that could really kind of show you the ropes in a sense. We did, but it was just on a different level that I think that guys like Boo, Xavier, Vasquez, and myself kind of bring to the table. We want to excel rather than just kind of get by. So I definitely took my lumps, and I don't want our underclassmen to have to take those lumps. So kind of setting them on that path right away and getting them started sprinting, really hitting the ground sprinting rather than just kind of coasting and figuring out. So
you're paving the way, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You want them to leap off your shoulders. I noticed the clock says it's like 180 something days, so this is a grind, right? So you've got to teach them how to navigate that grind, right?
For sure. Yeah.
All right, so what are your goals going to be this year?
Goals this year, really, I graduated on an academic level, graduated my undergrad with a 3.99, and I actually get a lot of flack for that. So kind of going to this grad program, I want to keep that 4.0. Really, it's better than what I could do. And on a wrestling aspect, I need to hit the podium. I need to hit the podium. It's not really a goal at this point. It's kind of been something I've been looking forward to since I was a kid, and time's kind of running out, and I think that's really settling in with me. I'm putting everything I possibly can into this, and along with that doesn't really mean training harder. I think I need to train a lot smarter, be smarter to my body, be smarter to my mind, just be a lot kinder to myself. I think one of my biggest downfalls is being too hard on myself, and then I think that's kind of been something that I need to learn from. And you know, in these last 2 years, I'm really just taking it a day at a time, literally just a workout at a time. These can be grueling. You know, I'm not even that old, but I feel like I'm getting there. So this younger class definitely keeps me young, though. They're pushing me in ways that I wouldn't expect. So, you know, I can really appreciate that. And but yeah, really just academics. I want to keep that 4.0, and on a wrestling level, it doesn't really matter how the rest of the season goes as long as I end up on that podium in March. So
very, very wise words.
Yeah.
What was your degree in?
Psychology.
Psychology. All right. So what are you looking to do after this year?
So I'm really interested in. Well, I actually have 1 more year.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
I'll finish my grad program.
In a COVID year?
Yep.
Okay.
After that, I definitely want to wrestle on the senior circuit, and I'm really into sports psychology, stuff like that. So maybe I would really like to tack on to a wrestling team if I can. I want to coach, I know that, but you know, maybe being a sports psychologist in like a professional setting. So I'm really starting to dive into other sports outside of wrestling. So that could be an interest. Yeah, I know options are kind of narrowing down here, but that's kind of what I'm set on at the moment. So
good. Sounds good. All right, man. I appreciate the time. What else you got?
You know, nothing. I do want to, while it's on my mind, I just want to give a shout out. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to give a shout out to my older brother. He just got married, and just add a new member to the family, a whole slew of people. So Austin and Jace, you know, congratulations. It was so fun being able to go out there for a weekend and kind of just being able to reset with my entire family and come back out here and you know, ready to train, ready to grind. So thanks to you guys for kind of giving me that extra motivation that I've been needing. So
Awesome, man. Sounds good. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.